You're watching Doc Deason's Weather.
2 decades of severe weather experience here for you when it counts. This is Doc Deason's Weather, live now.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are sitting at 6:45. We're going to keep an eye on this tornado warning, which is still out for folks in southern Angelina County, and it is going to clip extreme southern extreme southern Nacogdoches County. Let's call it that. The storm itself, the best lightning core on this thing is going to be in the track of it itself, staying south of Lufkin, south and east of Lufkin, I guess probably better said. So let's get in here and see where we are in the kind of in the entirety of the process. This is the only severe weather warning, first off, that we have across the entire area. We do not even have a watch box out, at least at this point, but the potential there. And if you were watching some of the storms that were impacting a good chunk of West Texas last night, and the activity up into the Midwest, it was quite a busy day yesterday, and we've gotten off pretty easy here across our neck of the woods, considering all the stuff that's going on further to the north and also to the west of us. Velocity showing, some rotation definitely in there. The kind of that bluish, the brighter bluish colors there you see on the right, say they're near Manning, indicating those winds going in towards the Shreveport radar site, and some corresponding outbound returns potentially there just adjacent to that to the west, where the kind of that darker green and or some of those maybe even a little bit of faint darker shading there to the west northwest of that area near Manning. So not as pronounced as some things that we've seen over the past week or so, but still something we want to keep the eye on and be sure that we have ourselves kind of in our safe spot if you're down there on the southwest side of Highway 69. Again, you got Manning. There's Dieball off to the west, which is not in the polygon at all. And this again stays south and east of the city of Lufkin proper, but obviously 69 going south out of Lufkin towards Jasper, and those areas a very high concentrated artery. So we want to be mindful of that. Weather Service is going to continue this warning until 7 o'clock this morning, by the way. So that's the kind of the general expiration on this. If there is something to be seen, it's going to be down in there, probably south of 1818, I would say, along and or south of 1818. You guys at Beulah and Bald Hill, this will stay out of your way, I think. It looks at the present time. The hail production on this, let's look back on it and kind of get some bearings for folks who were just hopping on. Again, tornado warning for southern Angelina County and Nacogdoches County until 7 o'clock this morning. So latest scan from the radar. We'll look at that first and kind of try to, you can make out actually, you can see kind of that little hook shape to the storm, indicating that the storm is rotating nicely, as you would expect from something that's going to produce any kind of tornadic situation there. A little bit of hail in it, not a ton per se, but that definitely still is in play there. Again, along that Farm to Market 1818 area. If you're going to see some hail, you won't see a ton of it, but you may see just a shade of it there west of Shawnee Prairie. And this will be west. The core of this circulation would also be probably just west of 1844, along and west of 1844. I think if we've got something, it's going to probably be in this area here, near Manning, near or just a little bit west of Manning. Yeah, that would probably line up pretty well. But this is going to pass just to the west of Zavala. You guys who are with us in Zavala this morning, hopping on, you've got a heck of a lightning storm off to the west, southwest of you for sure this morning. And again, the Weather Service is going to continue with this warning for about another 10 minutes just to continue to monitor the situation there. A lot of trees, a lot of difficult, terrain to try to watch and monitor for. So I don't know if we have any chasers out in this area this morning. Most of the chase community was out into West Texas and up into the Midwest yesterday and last night. And chasers typically don't like to move around in our area too much because of all the trees, and the Angelina National Forest that's down there makes it really hard, man, to spot much from with any kind of distance ahead of you. So that's probably going to be tougher than not to be able to see much of this thing with any kind of distance between you and the storm itself. So we're at 6:51 now. Tornado warning, Nacogdoches, southern Nacogdoches County, and Angelina County involved in that until 7. And otherwise, showers and thunderstorms continue to impact the area this morning. We got a lot of rainfall, which is nice to have. We could use a lot more, and we'll get more later on today. But as far as the other severe weather, this is the only game in town right now, and the basic look of the day has us with more of a heavy rain threat as much as anything else as we get into the morning hours and additional showers and thunderstorms develop. There is a severe weather risk today, and the Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center has most of East Texas under a slight risk of severe weather. Tornadoes are on the table as a potential problem today, but that'll be something that we'll talk more about here a little bit later on during the 7 o'clock hour when we finish updating and posting on that. But suffice it to say, it looks like a wet day with this being the last of the shower and thunderstorm days before we ease off into more dry and some cooler weather, at least for a day or so. New scan coming in from the radar in Shreveport now, so we'll take a look at that. See kind of where we are in relation to things. So hail, Weather Service saying hail up to the size of quarters possible in this. And that's minimal severe weather criteria too, by the way, on the hail. So a little bit more wind there along 1818 this morning. So I think whatever we have is going to be probably going to be in this area. I'm thinking right here near Manning along FM 1818, maybe near just north of Manning. I'll draw that in here as well. But hard to know for sure. Nothing profoundly sticking out there in that. But that doesn't mean anything, particularly when you look at how far removed the radar is in Shreveport from this area. That beam can get pretty high up aloft by the time it gets this far south, and so that can make it a little bit of a challenge to see what's going on closer to the ground. And that being said, let's noodle around here just a second and get over to Fort Polk and look at it from that radar too. So looks even muddier there, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks even muddier. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go back. Let's do that. And let's also look at this real fast. On radar scope real quick. Yeah. Still hard to make out too much in there. Definitely some rotation there. You can tell that there's a couplet there, but it doesn't look to present real strong, which is good, but still enough to warrant, given the environment that we're in this morning, enough to warrant that you want to definitely give it some clearance. So we've got about another 4 minutes left. Weather Service has not indicated whether or not they will extend this tornado warning. They've got until 7 o'clock on this one, at least as it currently stands. So you guys in Zavala, this will pass, it looks like, just off to the west of you guys, as we've been talking about here for the last little bit. The lightning production of this thing is still very impressive. Has been for a while. You can make out that it's rotating, but whether it's putting something down at the ground or not is going to be really hard to tell without some type of damage or some visual sighting by someone who knows what they're looking at. But regardless, you won't have any problem IDing the lightning or the heavy rain. I don't see much hail in here. Haven't seen just a whole ton of indications of that to start with. But again, you guys waking up this morning and moving around in Lufkin, this will pass off to the southeast of you. Lufkin is not inside the polygon, and really the only section in Nacogdoches County that's in the polygon is very rural sections of the county out to the west of Broadus. And you got Chirino in there, south of you guys in Chirino, so y'all are not in the box. You're getting some good rain, and you're going to get more. But nothing doing as far as the tornado warning for you guys, and show you what is coming up at you from for you guys in Chirino and Broadus for that matter. Wish we could get some decent rain into Lufkin. Had some showers in there earlier, but that has since kind of scooted off, and this storm seems to be taking most of the energy out into that part for at least the time being. Chitty's asking about the toil down south of Chirino. You guys looking okay there? Just some really heavy rainfall coming into y'all's area right now. But I don't see much, at least for the moment. We'll see kind of how this thing continues to a cycle here for the next scan or so. I think Weather Service is going to, they haven't indicated yet what they're going to do. So we'll stand by for them. Jordan, thanks for watching from Huntington. Appreciate that. No hail yet, Joanna. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. No hail in the toil for now. So that puts us at 7 o'clock, y'all. Geraldo asking about Kilgore. We'll have showers and thunderstorms in Kilgore today, Geraldo. As far as severe weather is concerned, there will be some potential for some of that today. It's pretty muddy out there right now as far as the showers go, and I think it's going to be tough, I think, to have as much severe weather production across the northern half of the area today as it will potentially a little bit further to the south. But that's going to be something we're going to have to monitor during the day. We're already, dew points in the Tyler area, for example, are down to around 60, which is pretty low considering where we were yesterday. But it'll be something we're going to have to just kind of monitor as we go through the day, since we are here on the front end of it, and with different and better dynamics coming into play now than we had even yesterday. So we have some positives as far as severe weather is concerned, and we have some negatives, some drawbacks for that as well. Obviously, we don't want the severe weather, but we try to forecast and give you a heads up on it to figure out what is going to take shape. And so it's been a tough couple of days forecasting that stuff. With just a little bit of change here or there, can make a really large difference in the overall production of that stuff. And so that's kind of a challenge that we work through throughout the spring, especially around here when we're kind of at our peak season for seeing this kind of stuff. Weather Service has gone ahead and let that warning obviously expire. I don't see any indications from them on any kind of a continuance of that, which is good. And so what we're going to do is step off from here. I'm going to get back to the updates and the stuff that we do to prep for the 7 o'clock 7-day forecast that we'll put out here a little bit later on in the morning. Haven't seen any reports of damage from the tornado-warned area, so good news there. We'll be back to talk about things if we need to during the day, obviously, here. And if you don't already follow us on some of the other platforms, feel free to do that. You can find us on X at Doc Deason on YouTube there, at Doc Deason as well. When we stream live here on Facebook and X, we also do that on YouTube. So if you have some friends or family who don't participate in some of the other social media places, but they are on YouTube, and a lot of folks have got a presence there, or at least they go there to do stuff, then let them know about that. Thanks for liking that page as well. We will continue to keep you apprised of this as we go through the morning hours, but good to be able to put that tornado warning to bed. And we'll be back to talk about severe weather as we need to throughout the day. And at least for now, we'll watch the showers and thunderstorms, be thankful for the rain, and be talking more a little bit later on. Y'all enjoy your morning. We'll talk as we need to, okay?
Thanks for watching this live broadcast from Doc Deason's Weather. When weather's at its worst, we're at our best.